Hi everybody, this is TatiannaTarot hitting you up this time with a general pick a card forecast for the week of Monday, March 23rd all the way to Sunday, March 29th. Okay, so with these general pick a cards, I have so much fun doing them for you. I decided to, for the week ahead, just give you a general reading on whatever it is that you guys feel that this is going to touch base on. So you can pick a topic, or you could just be like, I just want a general reading overall. You can set the intention for love. You can set the intention for health. You can set the intention for spirituality, what have you. I want you to center yourself and let your intuition just have you gravitate to a pile. And you pick a pile, you select it. Okay, we're going from 1 to 2 to 3. Select that pile and then come right back. Okay, now this type of reading is timeless, and what I mean by timeless is that whenever you watch this video, it's still going to be substantial for you. It's still going to have some valuable information, whether it's a week from now, 2 months, 3 years, what have you. So yes, I am touching base on this week ahead, but don't let that stop you from revisiting this video or whomever is watching this channel a little bit later on. So let me touch base on the first pile and let's get into what I see. So going to pull out the tarot cards here. We've got the Hierophant, we've got the Six of Swords, and we've got the Hermit. So the Hierophant traditionally is like an elder in many ways. It is like a very strong spiritual leader. It talks about higher education. It talks about breaking the mold. It talks about questioning what it is that you've observed. Not only observed, but absorbed from childhood and onward. The teachings, the belief systems, what makes you who you are today. The Hierophant will have you question that and now bring into accord the spiritual lessons you've learned, new perspectives that you're growing into, new lifestyles. This is a card that says your elders are very important, okay? Because the cards are very multifaceted. They mean a lot of things at the same time. So let's start with that. Elders are very important, particularly in a time such as this. If you picked group 1, it may be important for you to touch base with your elders, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, your honorable ancestors, your guides in meditation, or if you're of a particular practice or belief, a spiritual tradition in which you actually have elders, call upon them. They may have some interesting guidance for you. They may have some interesting directions for you. Your elders may be visiting you in your dreams. If you have a deck of cards, I would pull with the intentions of what do my elders have to tell me at this time? What do my honorable elders have to tell me at this time? If you do not have elders, or if you do not have anybody physically that is aiding you here, you can call upon your ancestors and your guides to have someone come to you, or to have them come to you in that manner. So this also pertains to a journey. Okay, some of you may have elders that are helping you undergo a very emotional journey. Elders could even be strangers online that are of a particular spiritual ranking that act and lead with integrity. Okay, so like the Six of Swords may be talking about, going through some hardships emotionally, knowing that you're actually moving in the right direction, knowing that where you're headed is much better than what you think it could be, but also your mind is not being able to absorb everything that's going on. Your mind is actually creating a wall for yourself. So you may need to consult an elder. You may need to consult a spiritual healer, or you may need to step into your light and your role and be that spiritual elder and healer for yourself too, if you're capable of doing that. Sometimes the Hierophant is asking you to whip out what's in your spiritual toolbox, whether that is meditation, whether that's ritual work, whether that's prayer, whether that's reverence for the divine or Orishas, what have you, whatever you use, it's time to whip it out at this time. Particularly with the Hermit. The Hermit is all about going in. It is all about ignoring the chaos and the fluff out there and listening to what your higher self, what your Ori, what your guides have to tell you. There is no other way to listen than to be engulfed in silence and meditation. Okay, with your cards, if you have that, or other modalities. Sometimes the Hermit is all about study, and we see study here in the Hierophant as well. During this time, what can best help you in this emotional transition is probably studying something of a spiritual component or a metaphysical occult-like component. So it could be cards, it could be astrology, it could be some other form of denomination that calls to you at this time that is going to best help you go through this evolution. Hermit goes through evolutionary stages, right? They come out a more evolved species. They go into the cave to meditate, to contemplate, to ask themselves the truth, for the quest of truth, and they come out a whole nother person. For a lot of you guys, this week is about diving in more than ever before. We have that new moon tomorrow that will give you the opportunity to do that. Maybe some of you will be visited by elders. Maybe some of you will proactively go see elders. Maybe some of you will just be, learning from people online, what have you. But you certainly need that sort of support here to help you make it to the other side. Don't hesitate to ask for help. Don't hesitate to buy those books, to buy those webinars, to study, to use what you've got to help you out right now. So helpful. So I'm going to whip out the Baraja card. And the Baraja Español is like a Latin American tarot deck. We just use this to supplement the reading. And so we have El Rey de Copas. And so this card deals a lot with being able to take it all in, being able to take all the emotion. This is a very emotionally creative person. It's a healer in many ways, maybe a professional healer, an authoritative figure, maybe a paternal figure, a father or a brother, someone with good standing, someone with a good heart. Okay, so for some of you, maybe this elder is coming out as a man or someone who has masculine energy that has a lot to give for you. Maybe you will be training under a person such as this. Or it could also be that this sort of healing will help you be able to cope with everything in a high emotional intelligence way, high emotional understanding. Okay. So as for the Oracle card, we're going to be using the Angel Therapy by Doreen Virtue. And what are we getting? We're getting the heart chakra message. And the heart chakra message says the answer that you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love. Okay, so it says the angels want you to trust your feelings. Your heart is wise and it's calling you to make important changes. Trust this wisdom as it won't let you down. Every time you defy your inner feelings, your heart breaks a little bit. Repair your heart and your relationship with yourself by honoring your emotions. For instance, if you're unhappy with the situation, it means that something is wrong and action is necessary. Ask the angels to give you courage and support to make healthy changes at home and work. This card also calls upon you to open your heart to love. Perhaps you've been hurt and in prior relationships and are guarded against additional pain. The angels assure you that they'll protect you and your heart, and it is safe for you to feel love and other emotions. So this could also be applicable to this transition here with the Six of Swords and the Hermit. If we were applying this into love, this could be pertaining to a very soul-like relationship, a soulmate relationship, maybe a marriage, maybe something that's under the rocks and in transition, maybe something that's calling you to pay more attention to yourself right now. Give your time and your energy to yourself right now. Maybe some people are breaking up. Maybe there's just some difficulty in that relationship and it is challenging. Here with the Rey de Copas, I do feel like things are going to be okay, that you are really going to get the healing that you need, but also resurrect some sort of love, whether it's in the relationship that you are in or a new one altogether. But the heart chakra definitely enforces that message. There's a lot of healing here for you guys to do. Group 1 this week, so get to it. So group 2, if you chose group 2, okay, the tarot cards we are getting is the Three of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Tower. All right. So the Three of Pentacles talks a lot about collaboration, a lot about connection, a lot about communication. As we all know, these days are a little bit difficult to actually see people in the flesh. That doesn't stop us from connecting via phone, via Skype, via FaceTime, via social media, and other modalities. Three of Pentacles is saying this is a phenomenal time to brainstorm with like-minded individuals. Could be a time where you guys are devising a plan. Now, this can fall into anything. Business and career. Oh, let me share these ideas. Maybe let me take a class with other other people. Let's exchange. Maybe let's create something that hasn't been created before. I want to boost in my business. I want to boost in my career. Let me brainstorm the next couple of months of what I can be doing to enhance that. Let me ask other people who are succeeding in the game. If it's love and relationships and other things of sort, there is going to be a lot of exchanges. There's going to be this desire to build into the future. I want to build. I want more. Let's make the best out of this situation. What can we create? Something mutually and both put in the time and the work that is going to help us both out in the end, right? So it is almost this sense of promoting your best attributes, really sharing your brilliance with other people. But a lot of communication is important in the Three of Pentacles. Let's not forget that. Now we have the Fool card and we have the Tower. So this brings us with two major arcanas, major things that are happening for you guys, group 2. So the Tower is going to pull the rug from your feet like an earthquake that you didn't expect. Could be the chaos of what's going on in the world. Could be something else that happens in your life that you just didn't expect altogether, okay? The Fool says what that is bringing is a completely new, brand new chapter, a rebirth of sorts. It actually can feel scary, but it is quite liberating here with the Fool. The Fool is all about leaping into the unknown, taking a risk, having faith in your intuition, but taking one step at a time as well. And following your intuition is so, so important. And where is the Fool leading itself to? It's leading itself to visionaries. It's leading itself to ideas and exchanges and communications. Even if that is with yourself, whipping out a pen and paper, taking those post-it notes, writing notes here and there, writing on a washboard, whatever, wherever you can get your ideas out. The Fool is almost like unapologetic in their free ways, like very free spirited ways, right? So the beauty of it is that it doesn't look like this is influencing you in the worst of ways. It just looks like there's an interesting plot twist that causes you to kind of start from scratch or have a new and unexpected adventure. For some of you, working in groups is so important, or planning to work in groups in the near future is very important. So consider that. Now, we have El Seis de Bastos with the Baraja Española. And the Seis de Bastos deals a lot with changes that need to happen. As a result of the Tower, this isn't a time to sleep on your ass or to just be lazy. There needs to be planning. There needs to be strategy. There needs to be communication. There needs to be exchanges happening. And so the Seis de Bastos is like, what is it that we need to do to make this happen? What are the changes we need to see? Okay, you need to look into all options. And sometimes you don't have all the possibilities. Sometimes you need to ask people around you. Sometimes you need to use your network, okay? Do not be afraid to network. Do not be afraid to put yourself out there, especially you entrepreneurs that are selling. I know this time is a little bit wonky, but I mean, you got to do what you got to do to survive, right? And this is all about kind of spreading yourself, just letting people know that you're here for them, letting people know that they're there for you, etc., etc. Now, let's see what the Angel Therapy Oracle card says. So this card says, be willing to forgive, which is an interesting message. Let's see how it falls in the context of what we just read, if it does. It says, ask the angels to clear your mind and body of past pain in exchange for peacefulness. The angels are trying to help you with the topic of your question by urging you to heal anger related to your past experiences and relationships. This old anger has become a barrier to attracting your desires, as well as a magnet that attracts similar situations to your side. This is a very important message, and your little bit of willingness to forgive is all that is required. You don't need to forgive the action that occurred in the past. You simply need to be willing to allow the angels to help you clear away the toxic poison of unforgiveness from your heart and mind. In this regard, you're trading pain for peace. The benefits of forgiveness include increased peace of mind, renewed energy, and the ability to focus. Okay? So there is something there. Maybe you're upset of what has happened. It looks like a rather uncontrollable situation. You need to let go, kind of like let go and let God. Let me just see what lines up in the future. And you're going to be meeting auspicious people that are going to help you out. Okay, group 3. Group 3, if you chose, the pile number 3, the oracle cards that we are getting, the tarot cards that we are getting, 9 of Swords, Knight of Cups, Judgment card. So the 9 of Swords deals a lot with anxiety. It deals with fear. It deals with apprehension. It deals with this inability to think straight because you're thinking a mile a minute and it's not making sense. Or it's just overanalyzation over and over and over again. Obsessiveness, right? You can't let it go. It's stress. Whether it's something you can control, something you can't control, we don't know yet. But the Knight of Cups is almost like a miracle here because it talks about healing. It talks about, hey, I need you to take a break and rest because I may be coming through into your life physically as a person or an opportunity or a sign, or I might be coming through your dreams. I could be a spirit coming through your dreams to give you the answer of what you're seeking, maybe to give you some healing, maybe to give you some relief. There is some solution that is being presented to you this week, and it can come through as an idea, as an inspiration, as a creative and artistic inclination. But if you're overanalyzing, you're gonna miss it. If you're stressing out, you're going to miss it. It's not going to add up to the frequency of what's coming in. In fact, it's going to create a barrier, right? So here we have our friend, the Judgment card, Major Arcana, as in wake the fuck up. This is blowing a horn at you saying, I'm trying to get your attention. There's somebody on the way, but he doesn't see it. So with the Judgment card, this is very, very important that you get out of your own way by all means necessary. Sometimes the judgment is you need to accept whatever has happened. You just need to accept it to be able to move on and get to the next step. Sometimes it's just acceptance, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically acceptance. That doesn't mean you can't grieve. That doesn't mean you can't freak out. It just means, okay, it is what it is. Now what's the next step? Other times, the judgment is saying there's a missing factor here. If you want this, there is something that you know you need to do that you're not doing. Instead of freaking out, get proactive. Okay, so sometimes the judgment is like, you got homework that's due. If you want to evolve and make it to the next level, you got to finish that homework. You don't have much time. So the judgment can come in many ways, right? But it is generally a big aha moment, a breakthrough, an epiphany that catches your attention. That is essentially saying, this is your time to grow. This is your time to evolve. This is a rebirth, okay? Things are going to be on the up and up. Things are going to be actually better than you think. So you need to kind of control all this anxiety to the best of your ability and get on it, okay? This is also love and romance coming your way, or an extra dose of sweetness coming to you. Maybe spirit guides and ancestors visiting you in your dreams to give you the sign that you need. Now, what you're getting here is el Cinco de Oro. And the Cinco de Oro is like, what is the position we are in? What do we want? It's almost what do we want to focus on? What is this person focusing on, right? So when we get to this card, it is asking you, you're feeling helpless, but what is your intention? Is it your intention to freak out, or is it in your intention to step into power, accept what is going on, find the solution, or make lemonade out of lemons, right? What is the position that you want? Because it seems like spirit, it wants to bring this to you. But if you're not clear on what it is, Cinco de Oros is like, well, we don't know what, do you want more money? Do you want this? What do you want it to look like? When do you want it by? How much do you want? You know, what kind of life do you want? How do you want to feel? All that stuff is going to be unclear unless you set the tone. You got to set the tone this week. So your oracle card is coming in the form of workshop and seminars, interestingly enough. So that says attending and giving speeches is part of your spiritual path and purpose. Be open to teaching and learning. The angels have been sending you intuitive messages about attending and giving workshops, seminars, and speeches. They have now sent this oracle card to you so you know that you're really hearing your angels' messages about this topic. If you've been dreaming about giving a workshop or a speech, the angels will guide you through the process. Give any worries or thoughts and concerns or questions to them. Then listen to their replies, which will come to you as ideas and feelings. The angels will help lead you to the right venue, topic, and audience members. All you need to do is follow their guidance. You're also guided to attend workshops to further your spiritual path and education. Enroll in classes that you feel drawn to. And ask Archangel Raphael to support everything in this endeavor, including tuition fees, transportation, lodging, time off from work, babysitting arrangements, and so forth. The way is clear for you to give and receive through the workshop process. Enjoy. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. For those that are new, I know I'm saying this hella late, hello. Please like, subscribe, comments on this video, comments on your experiences, comments on what's going on for you this week. Share with somebody that you think that this can benefit. And also the links on how to book with me, how to email me if you need to contact me is underneath the video. The links to the decks are underneath the video as well. If you want to follow me or for more daily content and tarot videos and tarot spreads, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at TatiannaTarot. I will see you later. Bye.